Here we have the 8 best ideas for new brawlers made by you all that could, should, and maybe will be added to Brawl Stars. In my last Brawler Idea video, we already went over some ideas by you all that got added to the game. Let's see if we'll get some in this video as well. Brawler Idea, Quad, based on Schrödinger cat. What the heck, they even have a GIF for it? So they even have an idea for what it would look like. Skeletal version, non-skeletal. Brawler who can use his super to alternate between melee and ranged. That's an interesting idea. So the normal attack, Vigorous Swipes, does melee, dishes out quick 3 quick high damage, low range scratches. Super, Quad, subject to the power of Quantum, alternating between a fast alive cat and a slow dead feline, also deals damage to near targets. And I see the other attack, which is when you super, you switch to the range. 3 high range shadow claws that deal average damage to single targets. And the star power, or one of them, is Quad's position becomes uncertain for a few seconds after using a super, becoming invisible. So kind of like a Leon super, but can boxes move? First of all, let's just pretend, you know, it's like a little Fred Flintstone thing and he just puts his feet through the bottom and hobbles along here. But I think it's an interesting idea to have the ability to switch between a melee attack and a ranged attack. I definitely would like to see something like this. It's certainly possible. Maybe too confusing for casual players, but maybe not. Maybe it's not too hard to understand. You just super into switches, but it would be kind of unfortunate. It would be difficult to have it be skilled in a way, because I do think something like this might be difficult to balance. Probably the melee, it would hard to have the melee be just as useful as the range. You'd probably prefer one of them, and then you might always want to be on that one, and except in rare cases you might switch. Maybe that's okay though, that's still kind of cool. Idea, new brawler concept. A mythic brawler Dem. Kinda looks like me. A little bit of a beard. Gotta have a lumberjack brawler. I like it. Alright, so double cut, uses an axe, makes sense. 2 hits in different directions, I guess swings like this sort of thing. Main attack consists of 2 hits. Second hit is longer than the first by a tile. First hit is right to left, etc. Both of them deal 750 damage. Alright, interesting. It's kind of like a double BB swing. I like the idea. Super, endless explosion sets up a portal that will summon a bus? What? It goes at high speed in the direction, selected direction, knocking off any enemy who gets hit by the bus, and afterwards, at the end, it explodes. It's like a bomber. It's like the Irish car bomber. Well, I don't know about that one. Movement speed, 770, so like durable, like other tanks. Makes sense. So basically a tank. Is this his max health? That's pretty low. Interesting, kind of like Tara, I guess. I'm not here to judge balancing stats. That's kind of difficult, maybe. Super, oh, there's a visible part of the super. Okay, makes sense. I like the idea. I don't know, maybe having it being exploding cars, kind of maybe too violent for Brawl Stars. But, all right, 2 star powers. After Dom hits an enemy with his main attack, his movement speed increases by 20% for 3 seconds. And after he kills an enemy, he gets the same thing for 12 seconds. That's a very interesting idea. Hitting someone and gaining increased movement speed, I think is a cool idea. Maybe hard to balance. I think how long it lasts is probably too long, because movement speed's actually a really good buff, especially since he already has a fast movement speed. Other star power, critical force. When his super is fully charged, his reloads time is 30% shorter. All right, that's a good idea. I think that's totally fine to have too. I think that one might actually be maybe 30% shorter is too fast, because that's super good. But I think this is a cool brawler. I like the ideas. I think a super that does something like that could actually work. Maybe just have to be a different object. Rob and Poncho, partners in crime. Thoughts, ideas, questions, details, and comments. All stats are max level. Okay, Rob the masked bandito. Mythic, pretty low health, like barley health. Speed is average. Attack is a triple shot. He shoots out a single bullet in a straight line that damages the first enemy That's hit, okay? Rob's attack is unique because it has a reload mechanic that is all new. Instead of reloading after every shot, he only reloads after his third attack. So he has 3 attacks he can fire right away without having to reload, and then he reloads on his third one. And his shots are very quick, giving him tremendous burst potential, but also vulnerable if he can't finish the kill. So maybe it's kind of a long reload. Basically, instead of reloading after every shot, you have a long reload after the third shot. Interesting idea. Okay. Range 9 tiles. Let's not get into the very specifics. His super summons Poncho to aid him in battle. Yes, he rides a llama. When he supers, he rides on Poncho and gains extra health bar along with movement speed boost. Might be strong for a 9 range attack, but anyways, when Poncho's health is reduced to 0, Rob dismounts and returns to normal. Alright, cool idea. And Poncho does not regenerate health. Okay, that also is fair, and that makes star power is 1, 2, 3. Every third attack, he fires a golden bullet that deals bonus damage and gives him a short burst of movement speed. Alright, I think the burst extra damage on the third attack for star power, that's pretty cool. That makes sense. Movement speed as well, maybe not making sense since he also already has a movement speed super. A very cool idea, I like it. New brawler concept, Hayley. Alright, so Hayley is a fighter who appeared when a bright star fell from the sky. Since then, it's wandered around town, always hiding from others. Kind of like Spike. Okay, about 5,000 health. The normal attack is when Hayley starts a battle, he will fire his metal claw, which will create an energy line, zaps the enemies who it touches for 3 seconds, and then it will come back to him. It looks like it kind of bounces. Does it always go in that direction? Kind of like a boomerang, maybe? Okay, interesting. I like zapping. Maybe it like stuns them. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe strong, not quite sure. Super is stolen play. Hayley will be available to abduct an enemy and change places. What? So it's like an anti-gene. Sort of, but it's like, pretend you have the gene super, you hit someone with the super, but instead of pulling them towards you, you just switch places. I don't know how I feel about that. Could be good, not even sure. Sounds interesting though, at the least. Okay, super or star power, body snatcher. Probably gotta change the name for child friendliness, but anyways, Hayley super leaves the enemy stunned for 3 seconds after being abducted. All right, that makes it a lot more useful. Of a super. It sounds interesting. Other one is Mayday Despair. When Hayley's health is 40%, under 40%, speed and attacks increase by 50%. Alright, that's probably way too big of an increase. I mean, bull, whatever. Anyways, but a speed and attack increase sounds interesting. Or maybe even just a speed, well, no, speed increase would be Rico. It's basically combining Rico star power and bull star power. Interesting idea, just gotta lower the number. Brawler idea, Murte. Definitely feel like I said that wrong, but let's continue. Neither in death can you part. Okay, Murte swings her scythe in a circle around her. She can extend the range of her attack, but the further she swings the weapon, the less damage it deals. Up to 75%. I would be more okay with... Actually, no, fine, we'll just go with it. Let's continue. Morte, for the super, summons a circle of offerings for 5 seconds. When enemies are in her super, their ability to gain health is removed, and the damage they take from all attacks is increased by 25%. That's quite interesting. So it doesn't do damage itself, but you can deal more damage when they're in the super. Going back to the attack, I do think a full 360 attack would be unique enough for Brawl Stars, and it definitely could work. Now, here are the star powers, Day of the Dead and Execution, which are described in the comments here by OP. Day of the Dead. Offering Circle's duration is increased by 1.5 seconds for every enemy that steps inside it. Okay, so the more enemies are in, the longer it is. Kind of interesting. Execution. Her attack damage is increased at minimum range for people that stand inside the circle. All right, pretty basic, but understandable. Brawler idea, Bryce, the cold shoulder. Okay, Bryce, basically an Iceman. Wait, he's got like a jet engine. All right, and it fires out ice cubes. His super is an igloo. Oh, this guy is cool. Literally. But actually, I think someone that fires out ice, and let's say, would you go slower? Would you slip? Or maybe they can have like on-field effects, sort of like, okay, maybe a star power is instead of like Brock's Incendiary, it's kind of like that, but instead of dealing damage, it just like creates a patch of ice on the field, and when you walk on it, you go slower, potentially. I know maybe going slower on ice doesn't make sense, but it's gotta be mobility. Like, you wouldn't make them go faster, that's a good thing. And making them slip, I don't know how you would do that exactly, so that's why I'm just saying go slower. But in the igloo, I don't know what happens. Do you just heal up? Is it a barrier? Can you have a temporary barrier? I don't know, but cool idea. Mostly cool art. Brawler idea. Whisk, the purring pugilist. Details, skins, and more in comments. Alright, everyone wants a cat in game. Let's freaking get a cat, okay? Normal attack, plain rough. Whiskey balls. Balls, whatever, man. A yarn ball that goes a certain distance, then explodes into yarn, creating an area slow for 2 seconds. Interesting, kind of just like a mini spike super. Super, hissy fit. Whiskey lunges forward and stuns the first brawler that he hits and does damage to them while attached. Makes sense for a cat. Star power, soft paw. Hissy fit can drag a brawler. What? I don't know if that one makes sense, but I guess like while you're moving, you can move them with you. I don't know how I feel about that. Playtime, speed boost while on their own yarn. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Instead of like fertilizer for spike, it's just a speed boost, which is could work. I could see it working. Okay, Mr. Wilbert Whiskers, the purring pugilist. I don't know if I'm saying that right. They actually did all these other skins. Here's one. Cat Burglar. Perfect Beach Day. Oh, my lord. Catinator. Okay, I'm amazed I did so many skins for Brawler Idea. Fat Cat. Nicely done. I like the dedication and effort. New Brawler. Astro. Astro is a support brawler. His main attack is gas bombs. Astro throws gas bombs in front of him, dealing area damage over time. Although the damage is smaller every second, I guess since gas disperse kind of makes sense, he is a precise attacker. Okay, the super is hover. Astro will be able to hover anywhere he wants during the duration of a super. That means you can control the super. So, can he go over walls? I think he has to in order for it to be useful. I mean, obviously, he can go over water, which is slightly useful, but going over walls could actually be useful. So it's sort of like a bull super, but doesn't break walls, but you can control it. I like the idea, it could work. Check out even more great ideas for new brawlers in that video right over there, as well as some ideas by you all that were already actually added to the game. That is gonna be it for this video though. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.